Now is as good a time to tell you that I have this goal of creating 1,000 new teachers simply by the way I talk about the teaching profession. I'm up to 800 and change. It's taken me 11 years when I thought it would take me 6. It will end up taking me twice as long, as I probably will finish sometime in 2012. And my new goal is that in honor of the kid who that poem is based on, whose real name was Toby Stein, but it's actually, if you're talking about minors, it's actually good not to actually use their real names. In honor of Toby Stein and my mother, who died of breast cancer in '95, when I get my 1,000 teachers, I am going to cut off all my hair and donate it to a program that makes wigs for kids with cancer survivors. And it's been, I'm ready to get rid of this hair. By choice, before I lose it. Here's a poem by Billy Collins, who's one of my favorite poets. I feel like I am in the lineage of Billy Collins. We are both narrative poets who understand that a deep philosophical truth can be delivered deeper and hit harder and stay with you longer if it is delivered with a laugh every now and then. As Billy Collins said, humor is the device I use to invite the reader into the poem. And then once they are inside the poem, I close and lock the door and pull out the sharp knives. And Billy Collins says that you get the best poems sometimes when you give yourself permission to write about the things that you never thought you should tell anyone. And I suspect that this poem is an example of that. And this poem is called The Lanyard. And sir, may I wear your lanyard while I recite this poem? The Lanyard by Billy Collins. The other day, as I was ricocheting around the blue walls of this room, moving as though underwater from typewriter to piano, from bookshelf to an envelope lying on the ground, I found myself in the L section of the dictionary where my eyes rested upon the word lanyard. Lanyard. No cookie nibbled by a French novelist could send one more suddenly into the past. A past where I sat at a workbench at a camp learning how to braid long, thin plastic strips into a lanyard, a gift for my mother. Just out of curiosity, raise your hand if you've ever made a lanyard at summer camp. Okay, good. I had never seen anyone use a lanyard or wear one, if that's what you were supposed to do with them, but that did not stop me from crossing strand over strand again and again until I had made a boxy red and white lanyard for my mother. She gave me life and milk from her breasts, and I gave her a lanyard. She nursed me in many a sick room, lifted teaspoons of medicine to my lips, placed cold face cloths on my brow, and then led me out into the airy world and taught me to walk and swim, and I, in turn, presented her with a lanyard. Here are thousands of meals, she said, and here is clothing and a good education, and here is your lanyard. I replied, which I made with a little help from a counselor. Here is a breathing body and a beating heart, strong legs, bones, and teeth, and 2 clear eyes to read the world, she whispered. And here, I said, is the lanyard that I made for you at camp. And here, I wish to say now, is a smaller gift. Not the archaic truth that you can never repay your mother, but the rueful admission that when she finally took the two-toned lanyard from my hands, I was as sure as a boy could be that this worthless, useless thing that I had woven out of sheer boredom would be enough to make us even. Billy Collins, thank you.